the more that I've looked into this, it seems like what they're mostly worried about is criminal activity that they have been
Wow,
involved with, whether
interesting.
it's financially or otherwise. And so I think that
And is this
if
based on like a sample of n less than 40 dozen, like, or are you just secondhand, yeah, guessing like based on the actions of how people, yeah, where's this come from? If
no,
you
I
don't
mean
mind.
if you've got a situation where as a contractor that you're pulling in money and then you're spending it on other things and you're specifically hiding it from Congress, they're violating federal laws. And so there's
True.
people that have committed criminal activity to do that, if that's the case. And I think that, and that's then that's without going into all of the whole um, human trafficking and psionic stuff that people talk about. Um, but
So with
but
all
it,
that, how do you view the mass amnesty, the calls for mass amnesty, without even really knowing like what
Exactly.
we're signing off for? You know what I mean?
I think that if you're going to get any kind of level of disclosure, we I I have become convinced, and I can be convinced otherwise, but right now I'm convinced that if you really want to get to the truth and you want to get to the truth quickly and have quick disclosure, then you offer amnesty in a short-term window. So you say over the next year, for example, anybody that comes forward um, and confesses their sins is receiving amnesty, and after that, it's not there. And I think that that will kind of force some players to come forward.
Great, great outlook. Deep, you got a follow up on that, and then we're going to get around.
Yeah, I think maybe the fault would be what's our immune system and recourse looking like if there is recourse? How do we react to it, both from a legal standpoint, because like some of the top prime contractors might deploy some of the most powerful attorneys now, right? Like to state that, hey, look, we didn't actually violate any laws here, right? Like they could just like drag out a bunch of cases civilly at least, and even some criminal cases. So, how do we deal with that? Maybe a legal fund, that private tech, funds, because I'd be down for that. I don't know, maybe peacefully, diplomatically, of course. You know,
Yeah, I mean, those are all good questions. I've not